Hello all, welcome to India GSTR demo series. The last video we looked into how to manually enter the sales details to IndiaGstr. Now in this video we will look into it how to upload an Excel file to the IndiaGstr. So right here we are, we have the same invoice here. We have the return period December 2021. And we have the upload section. So earlier we had it as a manual. Now we are going to override with the upload file. Okay, so here the template is the default template. So we support, currently IndiaGstr supports its own templates. So you can choose the default template and there is a download icon here. Here, on click of this icon, it will download you the template. Okay, so now we will open this template and this is the data, sales data we want to format it to our Excel, put into our Excel. So this is the template. So there are two sheets in the template. One is the instruction, other is the B2B CLCS data. Okay, so let's read the instruction first. Okay, the first instruction is we have to use B2B CLCS sheet to file to add the sales data of B2B, B2CL, B2CS invoices. Second is for B2B, that is with the GSTN number, the state is optional. You don't have to enter the state. Third, the unit and quantity are required only for goods. For service, it is not required. Fourth, if the invoice item belongs to the same invoice number, it can be listed one below the other. That is, if an invoice has multiple items, in that case, you have to have the items sequential order in the sequentially, and you don't have to repeat the invoice number, date, GSTN, invoice value, place of supply, as shown in the sample. So if you look at this sample, you have these three items belonging to the same invoice. So in that case, you don't have to repeat this invoice number, invoice date, and the customer position, and the place of supply. And the same with the invoice value. You don't have to repeat it. And next is delete all the sample records before you fill your record, before you upload. And the important point here, another thing is do not modify or alter sheet header. So you do not modify this sheet name and these headers, okay, and these positions of this sheet. It should be in A position, it should be in B position, all these things, okay. So do not modify this structure or this field name, anything, okay. You can change this data, clean this data and put your data, but do not touch this headers. And the next is the indicators. So there is a column called POS, POS, that is the place of supply. So it indicates a code, state code. You can get all the state code from GST site, or you can get it from IndiaGstr itself. That will be a separate Excel. You can go to this URL, which is there in the instruction sheet. Just copy it, put it in the URL, enter. It will download the state list. Okay. The same with HSN SAC code. You can go there, put there, search it, and put it here. And same with the units. So these are GST government supplied data. So you have to provide the data exactly. You have to provide the same unit. You have to provide the same tax rate, same state code, everything. So you need to have these data with you. So I have this data now downloaded. Okay. So now let's fit this data into this new template. And after reading the instruction, you are comfortable, means you can remove it, delete it, just right click, delete. This will delete the instruction. Okay. For now, I am leaving it as it is. If you want, you can delete it. Okay. The first step, I am going to clean up this item, or we'll clean up it later. Okay, since it is a duplication of the invoice number, I am cleaning it. Okay, now we can enter the data. So first is the invoice number. Second is the invoice date, which is in DD, MM, YY format. This is already in the same format. So I'm just putting it here. And next is the GST. So you can enter the GST. And next is the state code. So now we need to know the state code. Go to the state list, which we downloaded. Open it. And here the state is empty, so we can leave it. Okay, sorry. And the next is the item description. Go to the item description. So since it is a GST customer, GST registered customer, we don't have to enter the state. And then the HSN code. So now the HSNC code, we don't know the HSNC code. So if you want to know the HSNC code, we can take it from this HSNC sheet, which we downloaded. But it will be a very huge one. So this is the HSN sheet. You can see that these many data are there in this. So around 17,000 HSN codes are there. And SAC, these are the SAC codes. So either you can search from here, and if you already know the HSNC code, you can take it. Or you can go to the government site and GST site and search for the HSN code. Or the best thing we will suggest is go to the India GSTR manual entry. Here you can search for HSN. And here in this case, it is a software. So software database. And this thing you can copy it here. That's it. And since this is a service, you don't have to provide quantity and unit. Sorry, this is not our template. This is our template. So here we put it the HSN, and the unit and quantity is not required. And next is the taxable price. This is excluding tax, and then the tax rate. The tax rate is 18%. So, but we cannot put it as 18%. We need to put the number which is there in the tax Excel, tax rate Excel. Open the tax rate Excel, which we downloaded. And here the 18% is 18. So you can see that the left-hand side is the one which we need to put, the left-hand side value. So which is highlighted in this color. You can choose this 18. This 18 and put it in the template. And next is the price. So we have IGST. You put it here. And then the finally is the invoice value. So we don't need the total value. We need the invoice value. Total invoice value. Okay. So next record I'm filling in. This is in DD, MM, YY. And we don't have the customer GST, and we have the state here. So we need to enter the place of supply, which we can get it from the downloaded Excel. That is a state list. So state list, we have to get the Tamil Nadu. So again, the left-hand side value is the one we need to provide, which is 33. So 33. And this is same HSN code, so I'm copying it here again. So same tax rate, so I'll copy the same thing. Here it is CGST, SGST. So Now let's go to the third record. DDMMYY, and it is Maharashtra. So go here. It is 27. So always choose the left value. The HSN code is the same for in this case as well. The taxable price is 500. 18%. IGST 90. And here we have two line items, and the invoice value is the sum of two values. So here we have to put the invoice value, total invoice value. Put the total invoice value. And now to, as mentioned in the instruction, now to enter the next line item, we have to start from the description, not from here. So here, the description, you don't repeat the invoice number, just start from the description, because these things are common for the common as the above invoice. So the system knows that this is a line item of the above invoice. So that is why we need to put it one below the other in the sequential order. And the HSN, taxable price 18, 180, sorry, 1180. And here we don't have to enter the invoice value because this is same as the thing. So we'll leave it as it is. So now we have entered an invoice with the two items. Now the last invoice. This is Puducherry, so we'll get the list, state list. It is 34. And here it's a goods again, so we need to find out the keyboard. So this is the thing. So I'll put that again. And since it's a good, we need to provide the unit and quantity. So for unit, we have a separate sheet again. Open that. Here it is, in our case, it is numbers. So if you don't find anything matching, you can choose others. So numbers, again, it is the left value we need to put. So NOS. NOS. Quantity 1. Thousand. $1,800. So now we have a total invoice value. So that's all. So now we have entered the data into the thing. So the point here is that you need to maintain the same header and the same sheet name, and whatever way you bring in the data into the sheet, it's up to you. So if you are using any software for that, you can bring the data into a separate Excel and bring it to this format. Just ensure that the column header is retained and the sheet name is retained. Okay, so now we have entered the data, just save it. Okay, so this is a sheet. We have now saved all the data. So we will now upload this one. So now go to the upload file, choose your file. And here it is this file. You can have any name, file name you choose. That's up to fine. That's absolutely fine. Now on clicking of preview, it will validate the data and it will take you to the B2B preview sections. So now you have seen that the same thing again is populated. Now in this B2B, there is only one item because the Excel, whatever we have only one item with the GST number. So that is why it is coming like this. So we have one item, and for B2CS, we have 4 items. Okay, and for HSN, this is the only goods. So it gets all the this goods item numbers, description, and bring the format. So in case if you have missed something or some value is invalid or something, the same validation is there here as well. So let's put this one here. Okay, and let's remove this one 33. So now since we already have uploaded, you will show this will show this file, whatever file which you earlier uploaded. Now you enter this one, and now you can see that there is a file, there is an error showing the delivery state is empty for this invoice number. So for the invoice number 1002, the delivery state is empty. So we can go to this delivery state and we can enter the state. Okay, so now you can see that for this B2B, there are 2 items, 2 invoices. Now we have grouped that into this B2B. Now you can, as we did in the earlier video, that is a manual entry. The same way we can validate the preview section. So if you are fine with everything, all the data you have entered, you can click on upload to GST or go back and make correction. So that's all we had in this video. So far we have covered the step 1, both manual and upload, and step 2 where we can preview. So you can check the preview, and if you are fine, we can go ahead or you go back. So after this step, there is no go back. Okay, so you ensure everything is validated here itself. So that's all I had for this video, for this demo. In the next video, we will see how to upload to GST, or how it works, how the upload to GST works. Thanks for watching. We will meet you in the next video.